Hello, beautiful ones. Welcome back to Intuitive Energies. So we're going to be taking a look at the new moon in Gemini, and that's the card I pulled out. I did pull out the full moon in Gemini first, and I was like, whoops, nope. This is communication is key. I thought it was important to pull this card out today because, well, I've been reading up on, what's happening with the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse who just went by. Anyway, it's all, everybody's got it's going to be chaos and everything. So I'm looking for solutions for us. I'm not looking for problems. Lord knows there's enough of those. So I decided to pull the moon cards and see. So right away it says communication is key. And I'm getting the impression from the spirits because of the lunar eclipse. It's one celestial body hiding the other for a minute. That things may not seem as they appear. So that is true even more now with that, saying that, right? So I'm just going to read you what it says here. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini is all about the start of a new cycle of communicating with people at the center of your questions. Talking things through is the answer to whatever you're asking about. If you can't talk to people, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. But remember, we're in Mercury Retrograde on top of everything else. So please, be specific. If you can, technology is good, except in Mercury Retrograde. And I've been through so many retrograde, and this, it's beyond the woo-woo with Mercury. It's the planetary alignments affect the electronics on this planet. So if you're trying to send a message, I would say just do it by voice. It's a lot easier, and chances are the person will get it. Okay? If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling, neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This is what the book says. It's not necessarily has to be in your life, okay? As I said, I don't do relationships. I don't do, like you're going to win the lottery. I don't do those things. I don't do health. I'm not a fortune teller, okay? Your life is yours. So this card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. With the fire energy for sure, okay? But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Okay, so communicate, communicate, communicate. Gemini is all about socializing and communicating, okay? Right. So it's really important to let people know if you need to tell them something at this time. It's very to be clear and precise. Now remember, we've just also we're in that fire energy, right? I like I said, I know they're talking about between the fire that came in and now the wind that's coming in. They were kind of setting the forest on fire here. I get it. Like I said, I've been watching the the train wreck myself at certain points. Just trying to keep to myself, trying to just navigate through the energies, getting enough sleep, which is hard enough as it is. I find the energy really affecting me. But just try, okay? Try to just get as much rest as you can, okay? Right. Full moon eclipse night. We're actually going through a new moon eclipse, but conclusions are within reach is what this one is, and I like that. This is telling you just, it's okay, you guys. Things will feel better. Things will get better. This is a phase. Phases of the moon. That's just the way it is, guys. It just happens that way. It will always happen this way. Some phases are a little more intense, such as this one. We just got to try to navigate through it. But knowing what's coming and knowing the different, what is it? The different points of the energies and how they're coming in can really be a good way for you to organize or figure out what you need to be doing. And that's always good, Pisces. It's always, always good. Okay, so I'm using the Queen of the Moon Oracles. Any of the decks that you see here, if they're on Amazon, the links are in the description box below. Look, gratitude. I like that. Okay. This is good. So, Spirit is suggesting to live in gratitude right now. It's important. If you do that, if you put your heart, because there's so much everything catching fire, and especially with the wind grabbing it right now, that if you put gratitude first and foremost in your heart, you're kind of shifting the energy away from that, or you're putting that excited, fast energy into something that's more of the heart. Okay? Okay. What they're telling me here is that whatever energy, whatever emotion or idea that you put your energy in is where it's going to set on fire. In other words, if you put your fire into a negative energy, it's going to burn everything down. If you put your fire and wind into your emotions and gratitude, it's going to also catch fire, but in a very different way. So they're saying to focus that energy, focus it in the right direction, into the right way of doing it, so that you don't burn yourself up during these times, okay? I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I feel like I have, but if I start double talking or feel like I'm staggering, it's all the energy in Mercury Retrograde altogether, right? And that's what I'm feeling. Just surrender to the fact that things may feel a little weird, because this is what this card is, surrender. You've also got 2 and 6, 8, so that's work. Okay, that number's 5, also work. For me, 5 and 8 are hard-working cards. 5 is harder than an 8. 8 is more of well, it is the surrender card. Sometimes it's just easier to just surrender to it, to just, give into it and say, okay, like, fine, So I'm watching people run around with their hair on fire. Okay, And that's going to be for a little while yet. I wish I had better news to tell you like, oh, everything's going to be equal. It's sometimes doesn't work this way. And when the planets come into alignment, it affects human beings in a very, very strange way. And the energies and everything kind of intermingle, and it causes a little bit of chaos. Now, I'm not saying that there's no way of dealing with the chaos, but communication of the way you do it is really good. You have to be really clear and precise, and don't get carried away in the, like I said, in the domino effect of the wind and fire catching everything, okay? You have to be sure, and you've got to know that this is going to come to an end. Things are going to feel better. Things are going to start feeling better at one point. Living in gratitude and being thankful for everything you have and the people around you, and just everything is a much better energy to roll it into. Maybe that's a better way. And to surrender to the fact that there's certain things you're not going to be able to fix, okay? I'm going to pull some tarot on this. Okay, 8 of Air is the 8 of Swords, right. So, as I said, some of us may be feeling blocked, feel a little bit, you know, like, although they're showing me the 8 that usually is she's tied up either in front of a mirror, tied up with swords, or tied up in some sort, but not really tied up. So just realize this is also Gemini, okay? Well, it's an air sign card, it's a swords. Don't let this energy tie you up in knots, is what I'm getting. Don't let it make you into a big ball of, oh God, you know, I'm never going to get out of this energy. I'm never going to feel good again. I like this picture because she's like, this is how you're going to feel. See all these feathers here? Like, it looks, you know, it looks like somebody's had a fight and the feathers went flying. You're kind of at the top looking down going, oh, do I really have to go down there? Okay. So, yeah, this is what it's going to feel like a little bit. Try to find yourself a safe spot or a place to go or somewhere to just, I don't know. Somewhere to hide, Pisces. Somewhere to hide. Okay. Messenger of water. Right. So I love the fact that these cards have messenger in it, okay? This is saying, Pisces, that if anybody can do it, you can, okay? If you can get a message clear across, it's going to be you. You're going to be clearly the one to flow in the message, okay? Your calmness, your wateriness, your just the way you're going to do it. But the messenger of water is also the Knight of Cups. So there's a lot of fiery emotion. So on one hand, it's a really great communication and flow, but it is also a very passionate card. So you have to be careful to intermixing them with the other energies, okay? I'm not too sure right now if putting an intense energy of passion from Pisces into the intense energy of Gemini and, well, Gemini and what was Sagittarius, we just went through. I don't know if it'll be like, yeah, you know, that might be just a little bit much, okay? You know what we need here? We need some earth energy. That's what we really need. We need a little more earth energy to balance things out, okay? Alright, we have the Hermit card. So, this is what I said. I said, run away, right? Find a safe spot. It's very important. Make sure that when it gets too much, too intense, or communications are breaking down, things are not working, regardless of what you're doing, be brave enough to realize that sometimes you won't be able to save the situation, whatever that may be. Whatever you're doing, you may just need to walk away. You may need to just, you know, get up and go and just say, okay, you know, we'll try another day. So, yeah. This is not as great as I wanted it to be as a reading, but it isn't, I was, you know, I'm not surprised by it, right? And like I said, we really need some earth. We need some earth energy. So, if you know, okay, if you don't like earth signs, okay, then go out to the planet. Go out to nature, where there's literally earth, dirt under your feet to ground yourself in that energy, okay? Reach out to nature, go out there. For myself, I have nature, and I also have an earth sign, which is really good, although it feels a little bit weird in this energy. And be careful with earth signs because they're feeling the same kind of unbalance that we are right now. There's a lot of wind and stuff. The only thing with earth signs is they get a little more anchored. They feel, they'll dig their heels in a little more. So, yeah, that might feel like a little bit weighing you down. it's going to be weird. I'm telling you, no matter what you do, it's going to be a little weird. You're going to have to put a lot of water into your wine in the next little bit. At least till the 22nd, when Mercury retrograde stops and we get a full moon 2 days later in Cancer. We're going back into water. So it should be, hopefully, better. I don't know if the full moon is in Cancer, but I know we're going into Cancer season. I'd have to check what the full moon is. I haven't done that yet. I'm still trying to figure out all of these. I'm still trying to figure out where we're going with these energies, but I'm very happy we're going back into a water sign. So things might feel like they flow a little more, I hope. Right. So, harmony. Right. This comes with the gratitude card. I feel it's like focus more on that. In this full moon, I keep wanting to say full moon, and it's not. And now we have the Queen of Air, right? Queen of Air is a Queen of Swords. She's also my identifying card. She's a cooler mind, okay? She is like cooler minds prevail, cooler heads prevail. So be the cooler head in this situation, Pisces, okay? Be the one that has like the, you know, the chill factor going on, so that you can keep the harmony, if nowhere else but inside of yourself. So important, so important. Okay, and a King of Water. So again, inviting like a master of the energies, okay? The cooler mind prevails with the Queen of Air, and the cooler emotions prevail with the King of Water. So focus on these things. Okay, find a safe spot, focus on your harmony, on cooler minds, on balanced emotions. I feel meditation with the Hermit as well. Focus on gratitude. Realize that the conclusions are coming in, that things will get better. Surrender to the fact that you're not going to be able to fix everything. And communicate clearly as you can. It still doesn't ensure that the message won't be taken wrong, or, you know, in a I don't know, you know, you'll say something and somebody will fly off the handle and you go, yeah, that's not what I meant, but it's okay. Okay, this is the surrender card. I like this. It's almost like, I know this is a celestial sky, but it could also be a mountain, and I almost feel like it's like, okay, can't move the mountain. Just gonna say, cool, stay right there. You have the Emperor card. Look at that. So you have to foster stability inside of yourself. Okay? You have to be the emperor of your own little world. You have to just, you have to create your own earth energy. You have to create, you know, you have to create your own earth energy, right? And you have the Eight of Fire coming in here. So this is definitely telling you that things will, that good news is going to start coming in. That if you utilize this fire sign, you're going to get good news. It's going to be swift news. But you've really got to concentrate your energy. Okay? You really got to concentrate your energy. It's very interesting. This is very interesting. This is interesting energy. I didn't say it was fun. I said it was interesting. Page of Earth. Okay, so I actually saw that before. So, as I said, Page of Earth is, yeah, Page of Earth is about learning and being an apprentice. So I feel that the last card, or the message, the big message in this is Spirit's very big on learning, right? They're very big on, you're here to learn, okay? I feel like you're always being told that by Spirit. Well, this is a great opportunity to learn how these energies intermingle. To pull out the very best of them and to notice the very worst. And it's not to sit in judgment of any energy or sign. It's to realize what the strengths and the weaknesses of both and how they can serve you. Not the weaknesses, but I mean, if you can turn it into something positive, as in gratitude, that's always encouraged, okay? So this is your time as well to be an apprentice, okay? To be the young person learning about all of this interaction of these energies. The best way I do is if you have enough strength of mind, of emotion, to just watch the social medias or the news. I wouldn't suggest for any great amount of time, because they kind of end up sucking your energy, and that's really not what you want right now, especially with the Mercury retrograde and all of these intense energies. But they really want you to just take a look and see how people are utilizing these energies, whether it's positive or negative. You can even journal it and write it down and say, okay, was that positive or negative? What do I feel, or what am I getting out of that? Okay? And at the same time, for you to feel these energies come in and then utilize them for something else, to do something positive with them. So, yeah. I really like the fact that that's what that feels like. The thing is, Pisces, is that no matter what, this is not going to be the most pleasant of experiences. It's not to be mean or anything, but that's just the way it is. It's going to be a very trying time. Okay? You can navigate it easily, okay? If you can, duck away and find spots to get away from it, to get introspection. The Hermit, you have to remember, is also 9, right? So 9 is a very great energy. If you see the warmth of the energy, okay, you have all this air here, but intermingling with it, you have this beautiful brown and a little bit of orange, but you've got a lot of brown here, just kind of holding. If you look at this image, you can see that there's a little fire and a lot of air coming in, but it's really, really grounded, okay? You have air and water, actually. I'm wrong. You have air, water, which would be us, and you have, you have a little bit of fire. So it is really balanced if you utilize your knowledge, okay? If you've done the work in the root chakra, if you've looked at things in a different way, if you've utilized all the energy, you can get around this. But there's, like I said, there's going to have to be a clear and set. This is at the heart of you, the Queen of Air. That cooler mind prevails. You're going to have to use your brain as a tool in these next 2 weeks, and put maybe a little bit of your emotions aside. The Knight of Cups needs to be one to clearly communicate with passion, but to rein it in and be more of a balanced water at this point. Even these cards feel a little bit topsy-turvy, because it feels like a wave. That's what they're showing me. It feels like a wave. Some things are going to feel like, ooh, and other things are going to just, you're going to think that you're okay, and then the wave will go back up again. So this is what I feel. Even with the cards, I feel my speech is that way. I feel the cards are that way. This is just what it is. You know that saying, it is what it is what it is. But it is a great learning experience. I'm kind of hoping that in the extended later, Spirit can give us some more concrete tools to use at this time to help us out. I'm really going to meditate a little bit on it and see what they can offer. Because we're just human, after all. We are just human beings. And dealing with those intensities of energy, so it's a little bit taxing. I'm telling you right now, I feel very tired talking about this, so you're going to need a lot of rest. So whenever you can, catch a wink, catch a place to rest, meditate, just, get a little bit of shut-eye if you can. I've already been having a tremendously difficult amount of time getting really restful sleep in this fire energy, so yeah, it's challenging, but it is temporary, okay? There's conclusions within reach, so just hang in there. We're going to be doing okay. I'm going to let you go with this, and then we're going to do the extended. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. Come back later. We're going to see how Spirit can give us a hand here. Like I said, it's not doom and gloom. It's just, yeah, go in it with your eyes open, Pisces, because, yeah. Let's see how we can use this. Anyway, come back for that, and I will see you later. A lot of love, light, blessings. Stay safe, stay energized, but also rested. And I will see you in the extended. Take care.